Hi, this is Janna. Welcome to my spring kitchen. Spring has sprung. It's 85 degrees out there today. I am going to make a perfect salad for summertime, for picnics, for supper. Quick, easy, fun to put together. In the description box, I'm going to put two recipes. I'm going to put the traditional ramen cabbage salad dressing, and then I'm going to put my ramen cabbage salad recipe for the dressing. And so we're doing mine first, which puts more of a Asian twist on it. And so anyway, I have one bag of coleslaw mix that I bought from the store, so you don't even have to chop it, okay? I'm gonna set that aside for just 1 minute.
The one she's talking about is a previous video that we did a few months back, the Asian chicken salad, and I'll put a tag for it in the description box below.
Yeah, and this one's even a little bit different than that one.
It is a little bit different, yes.
And so we are off to a good start. And so I've got some rice vinegar. It's seasoned rice vinegar. It's Asian. You can find it by the vinegar in your grocery store. I mean, any grocery store has it. And so I'm going to put it in there. You can just put it in any bowl, but I'm going to use my Cuisinart. And I've got a 1/4 cup of sugar. You could also use a 1/4 cup of honey. Yes. And then I have some sweet soy sauce. There's all different brands. My regular brand was out of stock, but sweet soy sauce, if you don't have any sweet soy sauce, it's okay. You can just use regular soy sauce that's coming up here, and it'll work. You don't have to add any more. If you don't have any sweet soy sauce, it's okay.
Sorry about that, Mom.
It's okay.
May have accidentally bunked her on the head with the camera.
It's just my glasses. It's okay.
I was gonna try and
We don't have too many oopsie daisies in here, but
yeah, kick the camera. I kicked the camera in the last video, so.
And then, you know, at the grocery store, light soy sauce. This just happens to be called Superior Light Soy Sauce, but I think it's the green Kiko Man that you'll see, but it's just light soy sauce. And we're gonna add, let's see, it is, I have to look at my own recipe here, 2 teaspoons of low sodium soy sauce and 1 teaspoon of that sweet soy sauce. So that's it. And then I have toasted sesame oil, okay? And you can find sesame oil at any grocery store. And I'm going to go gentle, okay, with this, because soy sauce can be very overpowering. I'm gonna add, I can always add more, but you can't take it out. I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon. And then I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I have 3 tablespoons of olive oil, because it calls for a 1/4 cup of oil. And so what I did was I did 3/4 of that as olive oil and then 1 of the sesame oil, just so I can get that little Asian pizzang. And if you want to, if you have it in your house, don't buy it for this salad. If you want to buy some mirin, it's like $1 something at the grocery store. It used to be, I don't know. I'm gonna just put a splash of that. It's kind of a sweet wine. That's all.
We like hitting up the Asian market when we go to Atlanta. It's our favorite.
And so just put it in any bowl and use a whisk. And I make sure I've got it on low. And this one is funny because I have to push a button and hold it down to get it to go. And then I can always turn it up. And this will be in my Amazon cart. It's a Cuisinart.
It'll be in her Amazon storefront and her YouTube store if you like. We have several choices for you.
But you can just use a regular whisk too. I'm just trying to dissolve that sugar. And it'll dissolve if you let it set.
She has a lot of kitchen gadgets, so we like to use them.
Yeah, we don't have to rush.
Yeah, we want to keep them in functioning use, so we try to use them.
And the recipe also calls for salt. And I will put it in there in the regular recipe, but I didn't put any salt in this one. And I know cabbage needs salt, okay? But I didn't put it in this one because I put in soy sauce in mine, okay? And not the regular one doesn't call for soy sauce. And so I'm just gonna do a little taste. That is so good.
Do you want to show them what it looks like it's mixed up? Because
Yeah.
we're looking at the top. Yeah, there you go.
It just looks like a murky,
Looks like coffee.
it looks like coffee and creamer kind of. But what I was going to say is this makes a perfect go-to for your lunch. And so if you work, this is awesome. And if you have any leftover grilled chicken, you can use that too, okay? And so we've got our salad, and I'm going to now get out my pan. I have to clean up here, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I had to clean my counter off. It was sticky. All right, so we have 2 packets of ramen. And these are going to be like our croutons. Ooh, bonus. And what you're going to want to do is you don't want to get these too small. Kind of just break them up like that. Perfect for your kids to do. My kids used to break into my pantry. And they would just pull these out and eat them just like they are.
Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone.
Bad to the bone.
It was like a
It was like a
snack.
a snack. A weird snack, but it was a snack.
I didn't starve them, I promise you.
We were just 90s kids eating weird stuff.
This is, by the way, this is a 90s salad.
She got it from one of her, it's a copycat of one of her restaurants she went to.
Yeah, us girls in the 90s, we'd pick our little kids up from preschool. Us moms, we'd drop them off and run home and do our laundry and whatever and change clothes, and we'd run back, pick up our kids, and then we'd go down to the cafe downtown in my hometown, and we would have this salad, and they served it with a piece of warm French bread.
I was like going to that place because I was used to get my Beanie Babies.
Yeah, they had shopping for the kids to keep them busy. They had Beanie Babies upstairs. It kept the kids upstairs and away from all of us,
I
and we could.
on those suckers. Oh, so good memories. Good memories.
So I'm just breaking up these 2 packages into this skillet, and we're going to heat this to toast them even more. Isn't that unique? But you know how they'll get a little brown on the edge, just slightly? Anyway, they used to. Who knows if they've changed our ramen. Okay, and then I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of slivered almonds. And I didn't have quite enough of a 1/2 cup of slivered, and so I have some sliced almonds, but I'll add those later because they're a little bit thinner and I don't want them to burn and ruin all my ramen. So we're going to turn over to the stove here in a minute. We'll be right back. Alrighty, here we are. We're back. These are just about done. If you look kind of in the bottom, you can see the almonds are, can you zoom in there, Erin?
Yeah, they're getting
Almonds are getting toasted, and so I know that the ramen is too, because that is a good indicator. And so I'm going to remove this from the heat and let it set, and I'll continue to stir it. And we will let those cool down for just a few minutes. And just if your almonds start browning too much, pour them out of the pan onto a plate so that it starts to cool down. I'm just going to finish toasting this, and we will be back. Okay, we are back, and it calls for some sliced green onions, and you can do as many or as few as you want. This salad, to take it to work, you can just assemble this part, stir it together, put it in your containers, okay? Put your salad dressing portion in a container, and then put in a little Ziploc some of your topping, okay? And it makes it a wonderful, different lunch, and very affordable, I may add. And so at this point in time, you would just, if you want to serve it like for a buffet, you're going to mix it all together right now, okay? But if you're going to take it for your lunches for the week, you're not going to mix it all together right now because it'll get a little too soggy. You can do it a few hours ahead of time, and that'll be great.
Because the cabbage would break down pretty quick. So.
Yeah, and and a lot of people like it soggy like that. Oopsie daisy, I particularly care more for it to be crispy, crunchy. That's me. And so I'm going to put my portion on the plate.
I was just going to zoom in a little bit.
That's fine. I'm going to move this out of the way here. Okay. And so now I'm going to take my salad dressing and I'm going to pour what I want. Because I pretend this is me going to work today. And I just have a separate little container of the salad dressing, just like that. And then I've got my little croutons. And the little sliced almonds and some of those croutons. And then I'm going to add a little bit more dressing on the top of those croutons because the croutons are supposed to get a little bit softened. But this is a very 90s salad. Now imagine some sliced grilled chicken breast on the side for those of you who like it, or leftover steak, or leftover teriyaki pork chop. You can just think of 1,000 ways. And thank you for stopping by. I really hope you try this 90s. I was a 90s mom with my kids little. I thank you for stopping by. I really do hope you try it. It's delicious and even mixed all together. And it's great the next day too. It's just, I like mine a little crispier. So thank you for stopping by.